Okay, getting ready to do my sound test. This is going to be the background for my stream today, so just don't think I'm like playing a game and it's unmuted. This is going to actually be a podcast. Just so you guys know. Playing a game and it's audio on Odyssey sounds good. Unmuted. This audio on YouTube sounds good. Audio on Odyssey sounds good. Audio on X sounds good. Audio on Rumble sounds good. And audio on Rumbles. Audio on Twitch is good. And now I have to let everybody on mine's chat know that I open chat fly if they want to come in. I'll leave it open but after a while I'll shut it down if nobody shows up. I am on Chatfly with dude, where's my wallet, or stuff like that. I'm also on Discord, and as well as being on Discord, I am on Skype, so I've got all those VoIPs open. If anybody wants to come in, they can. I've still got freaking 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go take a quick smoke break, and I'll be right back. Until I get back, I'll unmute this audio on my media source, let you guys listen to it, if it has audio. Be right back.
Roger that. Scanning.
Moving to Overwatch. What was that sound? Orders confirmed. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Got it covered. Shh, you hear that? Orders confirmed. Moving out. Four.
10-4.
Hauling ass.
Location confirmed. Contact.
Extraterrestrial incursion. This Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
We're going to be putting down in Mexico for this mission. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles. Strike One, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Roger that. Rolling out.
Heading there now. That's affirmative.
Aye, aye, Commander. that location. Look sharp.
Alien life
Enemies
on
rolling up.
Earth. We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Okay, so now I am going to cut the audio on that, and we will get to the actual show, get the audio and the audio visualizer going. I went ahead and shut down all of the VoIPs except for Skype, so if anybody still wants to come in on Skype, I'll leave that open. Usually Mark Edworthy likes to come in, so I can do that there. I left them open, that way I can at least say that I did allow people the opportunity to come on, you know, so nobody showed up, so I cut it off. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. I am on X with the chat if you guys want to check it out. I actually remembered to post my home away from YouTube and everything this week, so that is available. I'm on Twitch, Rumble, X, YouTube, and Odyssey, so I'm on a lot of channels if you guys want to check it out. So with all that being said, I am going to go ahead and do my countdown and start recording. So 3, 2, 1, now. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Home Away from YouTube, Oso Gaming with Infamous. I'm doing both channels at the moment. So with that being said, I am going to start the episode. Got everything lined up, audio's working. I checked it out on all the platforms that I'm streaming on. It sounded good on Odyssey, YouTube, X, Rumble, as well as Twitch. Later on I might do BitChute, but I'm debating on that, so I am just going to stick to these for now, but everything sounds good. Now, we were going to have a lot of things that were supposedly going to take place this week, but they ended up falling through, so I was good enough, or I had enough experience enough to know that I needed to back myself up with some talking points, which I've been doing for almost a year now, so I am prepared. I have my backup ready. Now, I want to start out with straightening something out that I've been having issues with, and it is whenever it comes to, well, I want to update people on some stuff that I thought I may have made a mistake on, and it was last week when I mentioned the League of Legends and their championship tournament. I wasn't for sure if it was in Europe or if it was in Japan, I believe, because that's where Apex Legends tournament was. I went and I double checked, and it was actually in Germany, I believe it was. Yeah, the location is Adidas Arena, and that's the 2 arena and the Riot Arenas, and they're in Berlin, so that's where it's taking place. Now, that was my mistake. I had a brain fart, and to be fair, I did say, you know, I really haven't played this game. I think my son may have played it. I didn't even have enough time to check it out and find out, so I do want to point that out. I've got no experience with that. Now, with that being said, though, I will honestly maybe consider going into these games this year. I've been backed up on my streaming and my editing on my videos and things of that nature, because I have more channels than just Gaming with Infamous, you know. So I have to do a lot more, which is a part of like using Blender for computer graphics for animations and stuff, and doing intros and outros and editing videos. And I also have a lot of other platforms that I need to get things going on. So I've been doing quite a bit, and I haven't really had time to get into my live streams with actual games and stuff. Now, this game that's in the background, that is my game. That's something that I played and everything. And before I started the actual show, I had the audio on so that people could listen to it. So if you go in and watch the live stream of this instead of the recording, you'll hear some of the stuff that's going on there, as well as seeing it like it is right now. But I wanted to show that, because that's going to be one of the main topics that I'm talking about tonight, because this is actually one of the games I've mentioned that I can talk about when it comes to some of the things that I know. Now, before I do that, though, I also would like to do an updates on the Roadman competition that I have. And before I even do that, I'll just go through it and say what it is. Now, over in England, they have a group of kids they're called Roadmen, and they have a very unique slang that they speak, and I found it pretty interesting. So what I did is I set up a competition on Home Away from YouTube and Gaming with Infamous, where anybody who wants to win a free game key at the end of the month can enter this competition. Now the whole thing of it is I've set up a script that person has to read, and it's got two people that are on the script, so you have to read a conversation between two people and do it in the language or the slang that these roadmen do it. And the person who does this the best will win the free game keys. Me and John were talking about it, and he agreed that it would be a good idea. So me and old John are together on this one. So that's basically what it is. Now, so far we have Maxi Plays RPGs, who says he is interested. He's on YouTube, and Home Away from YouTube on Discord as well. So if you guys want to talk to him, you can talk to him. He's a pretty good guy. So let me double check. I think I may have lost my broadcast on Twitch. It looks like it. Let me see what's going on there. Hit refresh, see if it's still going. Nope. There it is, it's kicking back on. I'm gonna stop until the stream kicks in, because that's kind of bogus when it does that. There we go. So Twitch is back on. I'm gonna keep an eye on these bad boys, make sure that none of this happens. So let's see what we got here. Everything seems to be up and running. But anyhow, this is the update part where it goes into the Roadman competition. Maxi Plays RPG is on YouTube, and he's also on Home Away from YouTube on Discord. He if you guys want to check him out, talk to him, feel free to check out his YouTube channel too. It's pretty cool. Now, we also have Bob Dub, who says she's interested in doing it. She's on YouTube and Rumble, as well as Minds.com. You can find her there. And then she's also in Mind's chat in the group called Infinite Imaginarium. And she's also on MintMe, where she has minted her own crypto token. So you can find her on there as well. Her crypto coin is called the Bob the Bloom. So that'd be the easiest way of finding her on there. Also, you have Auto Excelsior, who's on Minds.com. I know he's on YouTube, but I don't know the name of his channel on the top of my head. So I can find that out later, and I'll put it up there. So these are people who said they're interested in it. Bob Dub and Auto said they're going to kind of rehearse the script between the two of them, and then get back to me on it. Now Maxie, Bob Dub, and Otto, they seem to be in the direction of recording the video and sending it to me, which is fine, because I've said it in a previous episode. I don't care if you do it with a recording, send the audio to me, or audio and video, it's fine. If you want to do it on the live stream right here on the show, you can do it that way too. Just get on one of the VoIPs I mentioned before and come in and do your recording, and what I'll do is I'll just edit it out of the video and get things going that way, have it set up and ready for the possibility of you winning the competition or not, so you can do it either way, however you want to do it. I've been getting a lot of questions about the accent too. Now I'll tell you guys right now, you don't have to use the accent. That's not a part of it. It's not a requirement, but let me point that you have complete say over how you want to do this script, but you need to also understand that the person who does the roadman slang will win the competition. So just take and remember that when you do it. Now you don't have to do it, okay, but it's up to you if you want to go that route or not, but you don't have to do it. So just think about that, that's very important. So I mentioned the ones who said they would definitely be willing to do it. Now these are also a couple notes I wanted to pull up and say too. I had gotten into a conversation with Detective Fallen on YouTube, and he's on Home Away from YouTube on Discord as well. And he's also on my Discord channel, Gaming with Infamous. But he said, or he did show some interest, and he may do it, but there's no guarantees on that, Maybe, hearing that Maxie said he's willing to do it, that might encourage him to kind of take a little bit of or be a little adventurous, and do it himself. It's pretty fun. Because also, another person that I go on to a show with on Skype, Nancy Paletta, she's on she's on Cafe Enigma, and now she's also started up another group on Skype, which is, I believe, Vixen's Vault. I can check on that. Yeah, the Vixen's Vault. She asked me just out of curiosity, because I posted a thing on Summer Todd's mystery show about it, and she just wanted to read it out of curiosity, and she read it, and it sounded like she really enjoyed it. So she said she had a ball with it, and the weird part was is she started reading it, and she was amazed at how easy it was for her to do it. So if it was that easy for her, it might be a little bit of an encouragement, to go ahead and do it. I mean, record it, send it to me, and if you win, man, you win. You get a game key. Now, I also want to point it out again that, it's not a game key of your choice. I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying? By no means. It's going to be the game key of our choice that we give you. And don't worry, we're not going to give you a crappy key, you know what I mean? Game key that's just a horrible game or anything. We'll give you one that's actually decent to play. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a rich man. I'm not going to go and get like a $60 game for somebody to win, you know, and play just for doing this competition. Because first of all, I don't get paid to do this. I do it just out of entertainment and everything. So, and I couldn't get paid for it until I got over 1,000 subs on YouTube, or I don't even know how you get paid on Rumble. So that's something that's still a mystery to me. But I just do this for entertainment, and we're going to give you one, but it's not going to be like the big expensive kind of games. So it'll be something that's fun to play, but that's about it, you know. I would have probably missed that if I didn't freaking remember it offhand, because I didn't have it in my talking points. So that was something that I'm really glad that I did bring up. Now, last week I had started talking a little bit about these games, dual console strategy games, and that brings us to what you're seeing there in the background. That is XCOM 2. Now, I was talking about XCOM 2. I brought up Crusader Kings 3, and then Halo Wars 2, which is on the internet. Now, I've never dealt with Crusader Kings 3 nor Halo Wars 2. I didn't even know they had a Halo Wars out until I started digging into this. So these are things that I may get into and do some streams on. There's no guarantee in it, but I'm thinking about it, because like last year I went through and I did a series on gaming with Infamous, on all the emulator games that I'd done, or that I'd played with, doing a lot of the streams that I was doing last year. And I ended up doing that and covering each of them. So this year I may, with my gaming streams, do Halo Wars 2 and Crusader Kings 3. But like I said, there's no guarantees in it. I do want to come up with that, maybe do that. That might be good. But XCOM, I can actually tell you I've got a little experience on it. I did play it. Now, here recently, I'd finished my streams for Skate 3, and I had finally determined that is probably the hardest game I've ever played. Now, when it comes to XCOM, though, I have to say this would quite easily be the hardest game I've ever played. This is the scene you're watching here is XCOM Enemy Unknown, so that's what you're seeing right there. And I'm not quite sure if that's the first or second one, but it's good enough to where everybody can see it, get a kind of an idea of what it's about and stuff like that. So with today, I am going to discuss hold up, I was talking about dual console strategy games right there, and that's what this basically is. Okay, now with this today, what I want to do is I want to kind of dive deeper into XCOM 2 and look at their achievements and their reward system and stuff of that nature. The reason why I do that, or want to do that, and I want to start working on that, is because a buddy of mine who used to do podcasts like this was always big on it. It was RJ off of Casual Hardcore Gaming. He was real big on talking about the reward systems, but he's kind of gone AWOL on doing the podcast. His buddy who does it with him ended up moving away, so he walked away from doing the podcast, which I think was a horrible mistake, because I think he did an excellent job. I've already said it before in a previous episode, so I'm not going to go back over that, but I think he did an excellent job, and this was one of the things that I thought was cool that he did. He went through and he would talk about the reward systems and the achievements that you can unlock and things of that nature. So that's what I really want to start implementing into my podcast, and bringing up and telling people what's going on with these games, because it is pretty cool, Now, for a full list of these achievements that are for XCOM 2, let me just put it out there that you can get a full list of these achievements and the specific requirements to unlock each of them on detailed guides on platforms like True Achievements and Steam. So if you go on those two platforms, you can find what these achievements and everything are, and what you can unlock and stuff. You can find it on Steam, I know that, but I just found out about True Achievements. So that if you guys are interested in finding out all the information, go into it, because I believe there's over the base game itself for XCOM 2, it has over 50 achievements. Okay, and these things, they cover everything from mission completions and special tactics accomplishments, and then you have like the broader gameplay milestones. So basically this is going to be a breakdown of some of the achievements that you can unlock whenever you go into it. First thing I want to talk about is story progression and milestones. You have achievements such as Earth Avenged, and that's for defeating the aliens of any difficulty. And then you have the Immortal Commander, and that's for completing the Game of Legend difficulty. So if you have it on Game of Legend on the difficulty levels, you get that. Now these all reward the players as they progress through the main story. So you'll end up getting rewarded all through it by doing those. So that is one thing that's pretty cool when it comes to that. Now after that, you have facility and equipment upgrades. They have achievements like Tinker, which is building an experimental item in the proving grounds. And they also have Room to Grow, which is upgrading a facility. So if you go in to upgrade your facilities, then you have upgrades that are, or you have rewards, achievements that from that too. Now the thing that you have to understand with this game is, like, you go out and you do what I'm doing in the background there with the strat game, and you do it one move at a time. But in between, there's also a place where you go to where you get achievements rewarded to you, and you get upgrades and stuff like that, and it's your facility. Now, the one I was playing, it was like a giant freaking ship that floated in the air. It kind of looked like what you see on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Marvel. And you can upgrade and build things on there. You can upgrade areas of it. You start out with the command center, I believe, and then you, as you go through, I believe you also get your, it's been a while, but I believe that, well, let me think. I believe that you do get your proving grounds. I'm not sure. It's been a while, like I said, since I've played this game, but that's basically the gist of it. And the more you play it, the more you get paid, because it has its own economy too. So the more you make from these missions, the more you get to do upgrades on your facility, and the better your equipment becomes. And they also have research and stuff like that, which is important. You can upgrade a weapon, upgrade your facility, you know. And that's where the room to grow is. It's when you upgrade your facility. And locked and loaded, that's another upgrade. That's for upgrading a weapon. You get a achievement for that one. And that rewards players for enhancing their operational base and squad gear. So you basically get rewarded for doing stuff like that. So after that, you come to combat specific achievements. Now this includes David and Goliath, and that's for killing a berserker in melee combat. And then you have Mech Lord for hacking a sectopod. Now that's where it kind of gets cool, because like all of a sudden you're doing stuff like hacking and stuff in the game, you know what I mean? And that's not in the combat that you're seeing right there. It's actually at the freaking facility. So you have hackers that are hacking into it, and it's upgrading your gear and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Now let me also point out too that like I said, this is probably it, other than older games like Skate 3. Skate 3 is still the hardest game I ever played, but this one is a close second. Now the thing is at this point I was doing alright at this point in the video, but as I got farther in, my economy just crashed. I didn't have anything, man. They were like finding ways of giving me freaking my economy, giving me, you know, resources just to keep me into the game, you know, without having to say game over, dude, you suck. It was pretty horrible, and the reason for it, and that was on regular, that wasn't putting it on hard or anything of that nature. That was just the way the game was set up. I could not beat the aliens after a certain amount of time. So this could easily be the second hardest game I've ever had to play. And I'll tell you right now, when you go into playing this game, you don't go in there just to play around and have fun. You literally have got to know strategy. You got to know how to work games like this, because if you don't, it'll eat you alive. That's what it did to me. I wasn't even able to finish a video series. Usually I do 30 videos for each game, and I couldn't even do that with this because I ended up freaking dying so much. I got more fail videos from the short amount of time that I played this game than what I did for actually games that I was posting up for it, and it was pretty bad. So that's something I do want to point out. Now, after this, I'll go on to combat specific achievements. Wait, actually, I already did that one, didn't I? A Goliath for killing berserkers in melee combat, and then you have Mech Lord for hacking a sectoid. Yeah, okay. Now, after that, we'll go into challenging feats. Okay. Now, the game includes harder achievements like exquisite timing, which requires completing the game on a high difficulty by a specific date. So, like, if you start at a certain date, it literally keeps track of how long it took you to play the game and how long it took for you to defeat it. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I could ever do that, especially not on the difficulty. That's what I was just talking about. So there's another one. It's called The Few and the Proud. Now this is you're awarded for completing the game without purchasing a squad size upgrade on Commander plus difficulties. So without purchasing a squad size upgrade. So if you don't make your squad larger, then you get that achievement or for that challenge, which I don't know if I did upgrade my squad size. I may have, but I really didn't have much time in the game to really do that. And plus, this has to be on Commander plus difficulty, so I don't know what my what hardness level that is. If that might be just above like the default hardness. The one thing that annoyed me about it was it kept asking me if I wanted to go to an easier freaking difficulty level, and then games like that just piss me off. I never freaking choose to do it. It just makes me mad to where I freaking say no. Because I know I suck, you know what I mean? So it's bad enough that I know I suck, but then the computer has to remind me that freaking I suck by asking me if I want to drop my levels. I'm doing a game right now that also does that, and it's the Yakuza, and it just pisses me off, I just don't like it. It's annoying as hell. So I also have a note for this one, and it says additional achievements are available with expansions like Alien Hunters and War of the Chosen, which add new gameplay mechanics, enemies, and missions. For example, War of the Chosen adds achievements such as a rival silenced for permanently defeating one of the Chosen One, and it also has fully operational resistance for maximizing influence with all three factions. So you can actually influence like other factions and raise it up to where other factions like or not don't like you, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I didn't get too far into the game to really be able to tell that, because like I told you, I was bad at it. It got really, really horrible. So with all three factions too, I didn't even know they had three factions. Now after all of that, I also want to go in to a little bit different direction on it, get a little bit deeper into it, talk about some more stuff. So XCOM 2 offers a variety of achievements for players to unlock. Now we're going to get into specifically unlocking and rewarding players for like strategic decision making, combat prowess, and completion of like milestones. So I'm going to give you some examples of it, and we can pretty much end the stream after I do that, because this is pretty good stuff, and it dives a little bit more into what I was just discussing. You get more of a deep dive into what this game offers as you go through it. So now the first one is that I'm going to cover is the campaign completion. Okay, achievements like Earth Avenged reward, that rewards players for completing the main campaign, with additional achievements for finishing on higher difficulty settings. So you get additional stuff when it comes to that. Now that has settings such as Valhalla for completing the game on legendary difficulty. So you get the Valhalla achievement for completing the game on legendary difficulty. So now after that, there's also expansion specific achievements. Now that you have War of the Chosen, and that adds achievements for completing games goals related to like new enemy factions, the Chosen One, and the Ally faction, the Reapers, Skirmishers, and Templars. So you get that with the expansion specific. So if you go in and you get an expansion pack, which I didn't get, I basically had the frickin' just the game, you know what I mean? I didn't get any DLCs or expansions or anything to go with this game whatsoever. So that's what you get, and I have no idea what that's all about. So with that, that's the thing. So now, for example, the Weary Warriors is awarded for completing the game on the new War of the Chosen storyline. You know what I mean? So that's one of them. Okay. So after that, I'm going to go to combat and tactical achievements. You have special skill types. Now, achievements like Come Back to Me, that's reviving a fallen soldier. You get achievements for that. And Nick of Time, that's successfully completing an extraction mission with no turns left. So like if you have no turns left and you get extracted from a mission, you get a Nick of Time achievement, and this rewards you for dramatic or skillful play styles and stuff like that. So now, you know, in my earlier ones, I've said some things about, you know, about the cloud gaming and everything, and let me point something out too, because I don't want people to get mixed signals here. Like when it comes to this style of game, I have no problem with it, you know what I mean? I'm perfectly fine with dual console strategy games. I think that's cool, you know, but I do have to say, it's just with this cloud gaming, it just seems a little creepy. Like they're not really. It has more to do with the actual gaming than just playing games and trying to make it to where the controllers work better and all that stuff. It just, the language that's in the term of services just seems a little bit too woke, for my opinion. You know what I mean? Like they'll put that in the language, and they'll have situations like what happened with Xbox and Activision and Nintendo in Europe, you know, and all of a sudden, because that was turned into a big government criteria, it becomes law there. So since it became law there, they can use it as precedents to make it laws somewhere else, you know, and that's what people do. That's how that kind of stuff works. So that's kind of why I'm kind of leery about these platform games that are on this supposed cloud. And plus, I at least when I was playing games when I was younger, I could go down to any store and I could get a copy of it. You know what I mean? So if something happened, I didn't have to worry about freaking them shutting down their digital stores like they did with the Xbox 360 here recently. That was pretty messed up in my opinion, because now there's tons of games that are just lost if nobody's got them already. There are some that was recovered, I guess. I should do a follow-up and find out more about it. I did on one of these newer episodes, but I should keep track of it and find out. I don't know. It kind of depressed me when I checked it out, because there was nobody who actually even thought that it was worth discussing. From as far as I can tell, I was the only person who was even talking about that, and I thought that was interesting. But I'm fine with all of it. Now, let me get back to where I was. I ended up doing what seemed to be a tangent, but it wasn't. I was just stalling for time because I wanted to make some filler in my stream so that it would actually last longer, because right now my recording is only at 39 minutes and 24 seconds. So I figured I would go back through and kind of cover that, because I do play games that are like this. Not the strat games like XCOM was the first time I did it, and the only reason why I did it was because my son suggested it to me. So that was that was one of the reasons why I ended up doing it. Now I believe that I already finished all of the expansion specific achievements that you get from the expansion packs. Yeah. So now I'm going to combat and tactical achievements. Now with that you have special skill types. Achievements for come back to me. Yeah, okay, I already did this too. I got this done. Now for defeating so after that you go to enemy specific achievements, and that's for defeating particular enemies like a Grim, and that one's called killing a Codex. Then players receive achievements that encourage exploring all enemy types and exploiting weaknesses and stuff like that. So basically throughout the game you're also learning how to exploit their weaknesses and things of that nature, which is actually pretty cool. I did get to see that in the game when I was doing it. I thought that was really, really cool. And I believe that there is the part that I wanted to mention just now, but so I might want to hold off on it. Research and development. Yeah, research and development achievements. Now this is an area that you can upgrade in your facility. As you go through, you can actually build that onto your facility, because like I said, you only start with like the command center and a few other spots, but then you start earning your economy, and as you progress with the economy, you start having the ability to upgrade. And development, research and development is one of them that I got. Now this one is pretty cool because you can upgrade, do weapon and armor unlocks. And you can make achievements such as locked and loaded, which is upgrading all primary weapons. That's pretty good. And then you have heavy metal, using advanced heavy weaponry. And these are unlocked as players progress through researching and gear upgrades. So you've got all that going on as well. Yeah, and then the next one is what I was wanting to get to, and I it was probably a good idea that I did hold off on it, because this is autopsy and interrogation. So you've got you got your computer nerds and your doctors and stuff and researchers that are into like DNA research and stuff like that, and they are doing autopsies and interrogating the aliens. They conduct the autopsies now on unique alien species, and that unlocks achievements like the few and the proud, and that's for completing certain research milestones. So you have like research in the game on the aliens as well. You can actually do the same thing with like your weapons, your armor. You can do it with like the facility and stuff like that, things of that nature. It's pretty open. I mean, you can go through and pretty much do research and play. It's really hard to explain, but it really is pretty cool. I would have loved to do this game if it wasn't so hard on me. I mean, I got my ass served to me doing this game. That's how tough it is. This is one of those games, man. One of those games. And if you're not good at it, you're not going to get better. It just, at least that's the way it felt whenever I was doing it, you know. So that that's one of the areas where I was actually able to get on and was able to do, you know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got that far whenever I was doing it. So after that, we come to resource management and strategy. And this is some cool stuff as well. I think it's what I remembered. Now the Avenger upgrades, it's for expanding or upgrading the Avenger's capabilities, and that can reward achievements such as fully operational. The Avenger is your facility, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's the name of it. Such as fully operation for building every facility. So you have the Avenger, and then within the Avenger you have facilities that are inside of it that you can go in and you can upgrade, you know. So fully operational for building every facility. This encourages players to invest in infrastructure and management, you know, so you're going through and you're managing your facility and stuff of that nature as well, which is really cool. So I seem to be having issues with my stream on Rumble. Let me go check that out. I'm gonna have to hit refresh on it and we can get that going. Yeah, it was weird because it started giving me a notification for something that was posted in my comments like 2 days ago. So I went and hit refresh, and I've got that back in order and up to date. I just wanted to make sure nothing was messing up. This is one reason why I didn't want to do like my face or anybody on here whenever we're discussing. Just make some kind of background, because like you would have to deal with this, having to see that kind of stuff if I was doing it to where it was everybody else, you know what I mean? So let's see what we got here. I've got to get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I just finished the Avengers upgrades. Um, and now we go into resource utilization. Now, effective resource management and completing missions without significant losses can earn achievements like exquisite timing. And that's for completing the campaign in a certain number of in-game days. You know what I mean? So, what it sounds like to me is like you don't only get the achievement for finishing the game, but for completing the campaign, you know what I mean, within a certain number of in-game. Oh, okay, so it's not like, yeah, I forgot about that. So you have your days that are in your nights, which are on the game as well. All right, and then like you have real-time day and night, and they go according to your days and nights on the game instead of in real life. So yeah, I don't know if I freaking said that it was in real life or not earlier on when I was doing this, but if I did, I apologize for that. It's the in-game days where you get these achievements for the yeah. Let's see now. I am losing like exquisite timing, yeah, for completing the campaign in a certain number of in-game days. Yeah, there you go. So the next one is Iron Man and hardcore achievements. This would be impossible for me, okay? I could never do this. Iron Man and hardcore achievements. Now the Iron Man mode, if you're in the Iron Man mode, you get achievements like Ain't Got Time to Bleed reward, and that rewards players for completing campaigns in Iron Man mode, where saves are limited and heightened challenges and tension. No, that's the heightened challenges and tension. So your saves are limited. You can't like go and be revived, and that was something even like in my experience whenever my badassery ran out, you know, I'm sitting there and I didn't have the ability to frickin' go and start over the challenge again, you know, because like the story goes forward and they just keep track of you. If you're doing great, man, it's all cool because you got this list of all the cool stuff you got. But for me, it was I was doing shitty, so I've got like this whole freaking history of shitty stuff that I freaking was doing. You know what I mean? And like they were feeling so bad for me that they were freaking giving me shit. You know what I mean? Well, you know, we gotta keep them in the game, so let's just say this organization ended up donating money to you so that you could keep going and shit, you know what I mean? Where I even ran out of money funding for the research, because you can like research aliens and what they're made of, and you can sell that to corporations for your economy, to where you can go in and you can do upgrades and stuff. So that was a pretty cool function that I thought was in it. And you could I don't know for sure, but I believe you could do that with your weapons too. Like when you upgrade your weapons and you do research on it, you can actually sell the weapons as well, you know. So that was pretty cool. But I ran out of all that shit. Like I couldn't keep up with the big dogs, you know. It got to where it was really kicking my butt. So I had to really try my best, and I still couldn't pull it off. and my son, he would get on here, you know, and he would just kick butt. He knows these games like the back of his freaking hand. And he'd get in here and he'd just tear them up. And I'd watch him play it, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this can't be that hard of a game. I could do this, you know, because it looks pretty cool. I did Blood Bowl with him on Warhammer, you know, and I thought that was cool. Now I can do that one. I'm okay with that. I've actually got the video series on my YouTube too, if you guys want to check that out, you know. I did that one and it was no problem. But I came in here and I tried to do these games, dude, and they just literally whooped my ass. So the Iron Man mode isn't even going to be any kind of achievements that I'll be able to do. So now we come to difficulty based, and that's for those who complete the campaign on the hardest difficulty settings. You get achievements like the Untouchables, which highlight dedication to the game's most challenging scenarios, you know what I mean? So you do get these. Now I do have a note again on this one, and this one it goes, these achievements encourage a range of play styles and completion strategies for speed running to take on the hardest, from speed running to taking on the hardest difficulties, making XCOM 2 a rewarding experience for achievement hunters and completionists. Basically that would be RJ from hardcore, casual hardcore gaming. This is a game that he needs to try to see how well he does on his achievements, because I don't think he could cut it on this one. He cried during what was it, that Cup game. Yeah, I actually got to see that. You know, he did. He started crying like you wouldn't believe. But maybe after, a while of taking a long rest, he'll come on the show and maybe give us a little feedback on some of the achievements and stuff that he's really gotten into and he enjoys, and some of them that were hard for him. We've had him on here to do an interview before, you know what I mean? But I think it would also be cool to kind of get him on to where he'd be willing to kind of talk about the reward systems and things of that nature. Now this is one of the games that I've actually played, that I have played, you know what I mean? But I do want to continue doing this on a regular basis so that I can kind of keep on that tradition that RJ was doing, because I thought he was really good at it, and I think that's what a lot of people do want to hear about too. He also got into talking about the gaming industry and the kind of politics that are going on in the gaming industry, and the game developers and things of that nature, which I also thought was a good idea. I just wish that he didn't walk away from the podcast that he had going, because he was really doing a good job of it, and I'm going to try to keep it up on this one because somebody needs to do it. This is good stuff. This is stuff that gamers really should be able to hear about and be able to say, well, I heard this on so-and-so's podcast. It was pretty cool, you know what I mean? That is one thing that I do want to do, and I want to keep going. So there we go. Killuminati showed up in Rumble chat, and he said, "How's it going, boys?" and started doing a whole bunch of memes. Now Killuminati 369 is also lovingly referred to as Mr. Robot on Minds Chat. Me and him are doing collaborations with music. He's got his own channel going on that you guys can check out on Rumble. And he's a little bit rowdy. He likes to do some hardcore stuff in his music. So we're doing a collaboration together, and right now he has his own chat room on Minds Chat, which is pretty cool. He calls it Hacker Radio. So if you guys are on Minds and you want to check out Hacker Radio on Minds Chat, go for it. He's also, me and him both have also went and set up our own Elements Chat for the possible day when Bill Altman decides that he's going to discontinue Minds Chat. So we went and we've backed up our chat rooms with with our chat rooms in Element. So I don't have any chat rooms available right now, but he does. He has Hacker Radio, and then he has Minds General Chat. Now don't be confusing that with just the general chat. It'll say general. That's when you go into, when you first go into Minds Chat. His is Minds and then general chat. You know, chat at the end. So you can find him on there if you want to. I gave everybody else a plug. I guess I should give you a plug too, Mr. Robot. I've done a lot of different things with him in the past too, so he's a pretty cool guy. He's just crazy as dog shit. Let me just put it to you that way. So now I don't have a Gaming with Infamous chat group on Element, but I do have a Live with Roger Hansen, and he also has a Hacker Radio chat group on Elements as well. I got my other platform chat group on there called WOW, WWOW, for Wonderful World of Weirdness. That's on YouTube, Rumble, and it's on Odyssey. I also have no, I don't have it on X, but it is set up on those platforms. But like I said, I've got the WWOW on the Elements Chat. Then me and him both set up a general chat for that too. So, and he's also got this one that's called Alchemy, and I'm not really cool with the memes or anything like that. So I just wanted to let everybody know, just to be a nice guy. Now Mr. Robot is always doing music as well, so you can find him on his channel Killuminati. So he's got that going on. He said, Mr. Robot, aka, you need to put that in your song, dude. He said, sending love from cyberspace. I got Hacker Radio on Element Matrix 2. Also made a bunch of epic meme and technology rooms. Also made the history space again, and lots of more historical chats. Yeah, he's big on history, so and he'll talk to you about that. He really loves to talk about stuff like that. Now he's trying to come up with excuses. He says crazy enough to be sane. Oh no. But yeah, he said his channel on Rumble is Hacker Radio. Easy to find. So we have covered an hour. We made it to an hour, 1 minute and 50 seconds. I did it on my own, and I left Skype open and nobody showed up, which is cool because I don't really like having people on my chats anymore, especially when I'm trying to do something constructive like gaming. Gaming is cool, when you're just randomly talking about stuff, but like when you're wanting to get into certain specific topics and stuff, it's kind of difficult when you got other people commenting because it goes off into another direction. I do like having Mark Edworthy on there though, because he really sticks to the topic and everything. Yeah, he likes to blame Skype for everything Mr. Robot does. He's afraid the CIA is gonna hunt him down and take his shit. You know, like I know two people. One's here in the United States and he's afraid of the NSA, and the other one's afraid of the CIA. So you gotta avoid going on Skype with these guys or going on Discord, because he says it's not paranoia if they are out to get you. Well, you know, that's on another episode. That's not on our gaming episodes, Mr. Robot. So later on we can discuss the NSA and the CIA and how they're out to get you, but not on Home Away from YouTube and Gaming with Infamous. This is where we have fun and we play video games together. So thanks for commenting in the chat section. I appreciate that, bud. And thank everybody else who's watched this. And with that, I am going to bring this to an end. We've done pretty good on this, so I'm happy with it. I